If your focus is just rocking the shoulders when you're putting, I want you to stop. I've got for you a really important video that's going to help change your concept, encourage you to get your shoulders rocking but also rotating. Make sure you check out this video. So that is a really good example of what I see with a lot of amateur golfers. I missed it way right. I've got a little bit of a left to right breaking putt here, and this is where a lot of amateur golfers struggle. They just never start the ball high enough. Right-handers tend to struggle more with left to right breaking putts, and it's because they struggle pushing the ball towards the target. And I often see this as a finish position where the lead elbow here, my left elbow, has worked away from my body too much, and it's opening that putter up. And it's often a concept problem. I find golfers, when I ask them what they're trying to do, they go straight back and straight through. I'm just trying to rock my shoulders. Does anyone really putt that way? You've got to get very much Bryson DeChambeau to get anywhere near. You know, he's using an arm lock putter, standing really close to it, keeping that putter almost down the target line. But even with him, there is some arc and some rotation. So I would say one of the most common issues with amateur golfers is pushing, leaving the putter face open, and I often see this separation of the lead arm away from the body. So if this is you, what I want you to do as a training exercise is grab an alignment stick, a tour stick, and I just want you to put it across your chest just above your elbows. Then I want you to set up as best you can, and I want you to get the feeling of keeping the connection with the left arm, the lead armpit, and this tour stick. Now, I'm not saying that my shoulders aren't rocking, but rocking is this way, okay? Straight back, straight through. Well, if I'm doing that, the putter's actually going closed to open, a very unnatural movement. We've got to rock our shoulders, yes, but we've also got to rotate our shoulders. So this alignment stick should be opening, i.e. pointing more to the right on the way back, getting back to square, and then closing. And a lot of people say, well, how do I time that? How do I get good at doing that and making sure I've got the right ball position? Just look at your start line. Put a gate out in front, whether it's 2 T-pegs or a couple of balls, or you can buy some gates, and just see if you can start the ball on line, find the ball position you want. I'd normally suggest nearing your lead chest. So for me, it's my left chest, left eye. Okay, so slightly forwards in stance is where I like it to be, but find where you need. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to focus really here on allowing my shoulders to rock, but rotate as well. And you can see, just didn't hit it. But that one started much more on line, which is just outside the left lip. Just needed a little bit more pace to hold that line. So I want the same thing with a little bit more commitment. And what I'm getting here, that one looks pretty good, is I'm getting, and you might see it more from the GoPro camera that's behind the hole, but my shoulders, my forearms are actually pointing to the left through the golf ball here. So they're opening and closing, rocking and rotating. What we don't want to see is this sort of movement where the cane starts to drop if I get it wrong. So if you are focusing on a pure rocking movement, trying to keep the putter square to square, I would challenge that theory and that whole setup. And what I want you to get used to is that feel of allowing your shoulders to rotate, open and close. Okay, hit that with more pace. Another one that went in. I'm allowing that putter to naturally open and close. What we do not want to see is the putter trying to swing too much down the target line this way and the cane dropping because my arms are separating away from my body. So simply grab that alignment stick. Give it a go in practice. How I would find what's the right ball position for me is quite simply, and in fact, let's do it. I've got a little bit of a left to right putt, so I'm just going to set myself a gate that I've got to putt the ball between to be able to hold this putt. And you can make that gate smaller and smaller and smaller as need be. So I'm going to allow my shoulders to rock and rotate, keeping my elbows close to my body to achieve that. And I'm going to encourage hopefully get the right ball position to start the ball between the golf balls, the gate that I've got here, which means I'm starting to square my club face. I just didn't start it high enough with enough pace, but I got through my gate there. Maybe I need my gate to be a little bit higher, but I'd work on then what's the right ball position to make sure I'm starting on my intended line. Now, last little tip to help us keep that connection, I do like the feel of turning your arms away from each other, okay? Turning your palms away from each other. What that does is it brings my elbows in and it brings them towards my rib cage. So I don't want to start to see this setup position with my elbows flying out. I'd like them to be in. That's my natural hanging position. If I turn my palms slightly away from each other, it just sets my elbows a little bit into my rib cage, grip the club from there. You should find that means it's harder to get your hands over the golf club. We're not trying to grip a putter like we're gripping an iron or a wood. We do not want our thumbs on opposite sides. We want them much more down the middle. And what that helps me achieve is a much more palmy grip where I'm getting the club running from my index finger of my trail hand here through to the palm, the fleshy part of my thumb. So it's almost through my lifeline, much more thumb down the center. And when I've got that position, I again get that feeling that my palms are turned away from each other. That helps me connect my arms to my body, okay? So my shoulders are, yes, rocking, which is the up and down part, but also rotating. So one more, I'm just gonna get that setup position. This might be for you. Arm hang, turn your palms away from each other so it brings them into your body, helps that connection. And now I'm gonna go ahead and allow my shoulders to rotate, open and closed. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a good one to finish with. Really allowed that putter to work on an arc shape. That's very much what I want to see when you are putting. If you're someone trying to go square back, square through, I bet you're pushing a lot of those putts. So get under a string line or a chalk line or put a laser line down and just see where you're starting it. I guess you're starting too many for a right-hander to the right, left-hander to the left. You might just start with then the gate exercise to see if you can start the ball on line, but try some of those exercises with the cane across your chest and you're going to get the feeling of rotating as well as rocking, and it's a great feel to help you hold some more putts. If that video has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, at least 2 instructional videos a week.